Not only is the utility of the Smarter, Better, Faster Nootropics guide in just innumerable amounts of powerful nootropic protocols. That's what we did. Just surgical nootropic protocols in the book. You want surgical nootropic protocols? You got to get the book. But also, we answer a lot of people's questions, and we put nootropics in an entirely new light, in an entirely new context for people to understand. A good example is in discussing, like comparing the notion of are nootropics safe to the notion of, to how often people drink alcohol and what that's been proven to do to their liver and what it does to their brain function, what it does to GABA and how it negatively affects their productivity. Here we've got nootropic compounds that positively affect neurotransmitters, that positively affect productivity, that positively affect mood, that positively affect overall neurological functioning, positively affect verbal fluency so you can get promotions and do better in sales meetings or do better with whatever, positively affect speed of processing so you can do better in programming or do better in your job or do better in whatever. Right? I mean, there's just no comparison there. But yet, folks are out there drinking alcohol, and they look at you weird, like you're taking nootropics, like it's some weird thing. To discussing that, the guy, we did a video on this, has one of the highest known IQs today. His name is Rick Rossner. Takes a barrage of supplements every day and a barrage of nootropics every day. He's got DMAE, centrophenoxine, piracetam, vinpocetine, acetyl L-carnitine. I mean, these are legit nootropics. To Ray Kurzweil, to the woman who invented nerve growth factor, to Dave Asprey, to everybody else in between. We talk about this kind of stuff in the book, which gives people an idea, putting nootropics in a totally different light, a totally different context, in conjunction with the killer surgical stacks. Smarter, Better, Faster, LiveCortex.com is the best nootropics book out there. You'll have it forever. You can download it on Kindle, iPad, iPhone, PDF, whatever you want. Get a copy now. It's $24. It's once and done. You'll spend that on coffee in 15 days. Just make it happen. LiveCortex.com. Also, running a special on Cortex, $5 off if you enter the coupon code 5. This is our stack that combines uridine, probably the most powerful nootropic on the planet, besides like modafinil, and CBP choline in specific quantities that we did a lot of measuring and a lot of beta testing to get perfect, that really get people focused and motivated and in the zone. LiveCortex.com for powerful nootropic products. All right. We did a video some time ago about nasal Noopept spray. It's sort of a new thing, but Serotropic and some other companies that have done it, like have put a solution together of distilled water and Noopept in a nasal spray. You spray it up your nose. The dose is way different spraying it up your nose than it would be even comparing that dose to an oral dose of Noopept based on the bioavailability of spraying it up your nose, right? So like one spray, I believe, is right around 2 milligrams, 1.5 to 2 milligrams, but that's not like taking 2 milligrams of oral Noopept. One spray might contain 2 milligrams of Noopept, but because you're spraying it up your nose, it's much more bioavailable, and it's akin to, I mean, this is the calculation I've come to figure out, and I really studied this to try to figure it out, and did my own anecdotal sort of reports and experiences, is about 6 milligrams of Noopept. So 2 sprays about 12, 3 sprays about 18. That's how it affects you of nasal Noopept, compared to oral Noopept. Just to give you an idea, I only need 1 spray of the stuff, which would be the equivalent of around 6 milligrams. And even my sweet spot in oral Noopept is 13 milligrams. So like it's even more powerful than that. But in my experimentation with Noopept nasal spray to find out what dose works for me based on this weird conversion of it being more bioavailable, being liquid, and shooting it up your nose, I went over on the dose, right? That was right for me, and I did not get good cognitive working memory and these sorts of things. But at 3 sprays, which is more than I would normally take of Noopept ever, of nasal Noopept spray, I did get a profoundly anxiolytic response. I mean, profoundly anxiolytic. I didn't want to do any work. I didn't, my brain wasn't like, all right, let's read a scientific study, let's go. I wasn't into reading the freaking mechanisms of modafinil like I would be any other day, or, under the condition of Noopept under regular conditions of 13 milligrams of oral Noopept or 1 nasal spray of Noopept or something, or sublingual Noopept. I was like, I want to say like phenibut relaxed, but I was like really relaxed, man. I mean, it was anxiolytic. And Noopept has been known to do this for people, and the mechanism is unclear. You know, once you start studying like calcium channels and what Noopept does, cycloprologlycine, and how that interacts with neurology, I still really can't figure out how it's doing that, how it's providing an anxiolytic effect, but it does it. Okay, so if you've tried nasal Noopept spray and you have some, you know, maybe consider upping the dose if you want that anxiolytic effect. It may not work for you. It works for me. It works for many other people that I've tested it on, that I've suggested this to. And I think it's something to try. For those of you that might not respond well to theanine or might not respond well to ashwagandha or like valerian root or St. John's wort or any of this other stuff, try 3 sprays of nasal Noopept. Because I could tell you, like I sat in my chair where I normally work and I was like, man, I don't want to work, but that's cool, man. I was like, this is cool, man. I'm all right. I feel really good. I felt a little tired, but that's kind of in line with, you know, a sedative anxiolytic effect. I really was able to just kind of go, I'm just going to chill out for a bit until it wore off, and that was it. But it was definitely an interesting experience. I wasn't trying to reach that state. I was just trying to find out, you know, what worked for me with nasal Noopept spray. But I did reach that state, and now I realize that this state is, you know, having that ability to induce that state with nasal Noopept spray in a high dose is utility, right? It's a good thing to have around in the arsenal, in the nootropics arsenal. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, Ryan here. Thanks for watching. But if you want to take your brain game to the next level, you want to increase your focus, your verbal fluency, your mental energy, your ability to sit down and crank out work for hours at a time, secure a bottle of the Cortex Nootropic Stack. Our customers are clear. This is the best pre-made stack on the planet. And hey, speaking of stacks, if you really want to take your nootropic stack game to the next level, secure the Smarter, Better, Faster book. This is a surgical guide to using nootropics for total mental dominance. You talk about stacks, we got stacks in there. Endless amounts of stacks, power stacks, verbal fluency stacks, working memory stacks. We've got modafinil strategies and everything else you can think of to include a whole sector on nootropics questions answered. Smarter, Better, Faster, the most powerful nootropics guide on the planet. livecortex.com. That's livecortex.com. We'll see you over there.